Perfect. You want to start reading, Naaman?
Sure do. All right, December 16th, Partners in Recovery, Naaman, alcoholic. Nothing will so much ensure immunity from drinking as intensive work with other alcoholics. Both you and the new man must walk day by day in the path of spiritual progress. Follow the dictates of a higher power, and you will presently live in a new and wonderful world, no matter what your present circumstances. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 89 and 100. Doing the right things for the right reasons. This is my way of controlling my selfishness and my self-centeredness. I realize that my dependency on a higher power clears the way for peace of mind, happiness, and sobriety. I pray each day that I will avoid my previous actions so that I will be helpful to others. Pass.
Okay. All right, Aaron. Just call out the day and date.
Okay. My name's Erin and I'm an alcoholic. It's December 17th. A priceless reward. Work with other alcoholics. It works when others' activities fail. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 89. Life will take on new meaning, as the big book says, page 89. This promise has helped me to avoid self-seeking and self-pity, to watch others grow in this wonderful program, to see them improve the quality of their lives, is a priceless reward for my effort to help others. Self-examination is yet another reward for an ongoing recovery, as are serenity, peace, and contentment. The energy derived from seeing others on a successful path of sharing with them the joys of the journey gives to my life a new meaning.
Is that it? Okay. Hey, Matt, would you unmute people as we go along? I'm going to do something here. Go ahead, Lori.
I'm Lori.
We lost you. You went.
Oh, I came back. December 18th, Honesty with Newcomers. Tell him exactly what happened to you. Stress the spiritual feature freely. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 93. The marvel of AA is that I tell only what happened to me. I don't waste time offering advice to potential newcomers. For if advice worked, nobody would get to AA. All I have to do is show what has brought me sobriety and what has changed my life. If I fail to stress the spiritual feature of AA's program, I'm being dishonest. The newcomer should not be given a false impression of sobriety. I am sober only through the grace of my higher power, and that makes it possible for me to share with others. Thanks, I'll pass.
Next person, go. Unmute them.
Hi, Rebecca, alcoholic. This is December 19th, understanding the malady. When dealing with an alcoholic, there may be a natural annoyance that a man could be so weak, stupid, and irresponsible. Even when you understand the malady better, you may feel this feeling rising. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 139. Having suffered from alcoholism, I should understand the illness, but sometimes I feel annoyance, even contempt toward a person who cannot make it in AA. When I feel that way, I'm satisfying my false sense of superiority, and I must remember, but for the grace of God, there I go.
Okay. Go ahead, Sam. Call out the day and date, rather.
Will do, Jen. Hi, Sam, grateful alcoholic. December 20th, the rewards of giving. This is indeed the kind of giving that actually demands nothing. He does not expect his brother or sufferer to pay him, or even to love him. And then he discovers that by the divine paradox of this kind of giving, he has found his own reward, whether his brother has yet received anything or not. 12-step and 12 traditions, page 109. Through experience with 12-step work, I came to understand the rewards of giving that demands nothing in return. At first, I expected recovery in others, but I soon learned that this did not happen. Once I acquired the humility to accept the fact that every 12-step call was not going to result in a success, then I was open to receive the rewards of selfless giving. Pass.
Okay, good, thank you. Go ahead, Rachel. Oops, I'm sorry, here. Go ahead.
It's unmuted. Saturday, December 21. Listen, share, and pray. When working with a man and his family, you should take care not to participate in their quarrels. You may spoil your chance of being helpful if you do. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 100. When trying to help a fellow alcoholic, I've given into an impulse to give advice, and perhaps that's inevitable. But allowing others the right to be wrong reaps its own benefits. The best I can do, and it sounds easier than it is to put into practice, is to listen, share personal experience, and pray for others.
All right, perfect, thank you. Go ahead, Ron.
I'm Ron, I'm an alcoholic, December 22nd. Principles, not personalities. The way of our worthy alcoholics have sometimes tried to judge the less worthy is, as we look back on it. Rather comical. Imagine, if you can, one alcoholic judging another. The Language of the Heart, page 37. Who am I to judge anyone? When I first entered the fellowship, I found that I liked everyone. After all, AA was going to help me do a better way of life without alcohol. The reality was that I couldn't possibly like everyone, nor they me. As I've grown in the fellowship, I've learned to love everyone just from listening to what they had to say. That person over there, or the one right here, might be the one God has chosen to give me the message I need for today. I must always remember to place principles above personalities.
All right, perfect. So, hey, thanks everybody for reading. And then we do classroom work in here today. So we're going to kind of get around the room a little bit and see where everybody is at and what they are working on. So back over to you, Ron. Let's see, what's your latest reading and writing assignment? What are you working on now?
Well, I've been reading 74 through 84. I wasn't given a reading assignment or writing
70,
assignment.
76 or 84. Yes,
Yeah.
your writing assignment is to make the list of people you need to make amends to.
Okay.
Either people that you need to reconnect with that you've lost connection with, and then people that you need to make amends
All
with.
right.
So that's your actual assignment. 8th step assignments, right? That's why we went
Yes.
over it the other day. And it could be people that you need to make amends to, like, the time well, let's see, I don't know, hell, I don't really know. Could be family, wife, children, ex-wives, ex-parents, anybody, former employers, things like that.
Okay.
Uh, let's ask JT. JT, you went through a whole list of people, didn't you? You want to talk about your 8th and 9th step there?
Yes. So what I found, it was like an escargot, a snail. So the closer they were to me, the bigger my resentments, and inevitably amends I had to make. And also what was really important is my side of the street. Forget about their side of the street, because I've got some family members that really screwed me over, but I didn't even think about that. I thought about what my part was. And I remember we had this template that was circulated where you don't say you're sorry, and you ask, due to my alcoholism, I want to make amends for the wrongs I've done. How can I do this for you? It was short and sweet, to the point. And then some of the amends were from people that passed away. So for them, I burned the letter when I was at the ocean over the summer. And I have to say that was quite a spiritual experience. And some of the amends, like my creditors, that's going to take a few years to pay off, so it's an ongoing process. And Jann recommended a really good book called How to Live Debt Free and Be Prosperous. And it's still sitting on my desk to read.
Jerrold
But
Mundis book. Hey, Matt, would you put a link up to that book, please? Keep going.
so one of the things I did in that sense is I don't take every single penny I get and start paying off my creditors. What I do is I take a reasonable percentage,
Right.
goes to my creditors, reasonable percentage for my living expenses, and not to live like a refugee. You know, I've cut back on my lavish lifestyle quite a bit. And my credit, sometimes it goes down really good in a month, sometimes it goes back up again, but I do feel I'm making progress. And
It takes time. You work on it, you know, it does take time. I mean, my credit looked like the atomic bomb went off in it, you know, and then it came back to normal. Excellent. That is an excellent. If anybody has that letter, the sample letter, would you raise your hand and tell me, and then we can put that in chat for people to use. Do you have the letter, Matt? You had an awful lot of things, or Rebecca, do
Yeah,
you?
I have the letter for step 9.
And who, is it the one that Lance wrote or something, or who
It
wrote
may
it?
be, but there's no names.
Okay. All right. So maybe put that in chat for people that working on the 8th and 9th step. There were 4 or 5 of us. We went through this the other day. Okay. Yeah, it's not the big apology tour. Okay, over to you, Aaron. You're in the same area, right? Steps 8 and 9.
Yes, I am. And I was just waiting for you to approve the letters I sent you, and then I have 2 more.
Wait, I wrote you back. Didn't I write you
Did?
back?
No, I still haven't gotten anything back from you. I'll look.
I'll look at it. I'll look at it today, but I thought I wrote you back on something.
Okay.
I thought sure I did. Maybe I think you said you were gonna.
You
asked
told me the one to my dad was okay.
I will look at the others here in a
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
Tonight, make sure you text me and ask me to do it again. I thought, let's go to Joe. Where are you, Joe? Raise your hand. There she is. So you are same thing. Now I wrote you back and I basically said punch out 1 amend. They're not necessarily letters. They're going to be what you're going to say to the person, or
Right.
it could be a letter.
Yeah, we did. I have 3 letters I have to write.
We'll do it
Okay.
and send them over to me. No talking about it. So
Okay.
what Matt is putting up a sample
I have a sample. Somebody emailed it to me.
from this group.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see. Send me 1 letter. Who are you going to send it to?
My ex-husband, my daughter.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's start with the ex-husband because you're going to his house for Christmas dinner, right?
I am.
Well, let's get that. Send me
Well,
that letter.
maybe I'll wait till after Christmas.
No, let's wait. Let's do it before Christmas.
I can't give it to him.
No, but you can say it to him. No?
No, I can't. I can't say any. We're in the middle of a custody. I can't say anything to him right now.
You're going there for
Yeah,
the
but we can't talk about anything.
Okay, wait, I have a question. Are you taking your boyfriend?
No.
And are you taking your daughter?
Yes.
Are you going to have a nice Christmas when you get there?
Yes.
Maybe it'll be something. Let's see. Maybe it'll be something. Hang on for a second. I gotta just fix this. Maybe it'll be something like this. Here, oops, there it is. Oops. Here it is. Everybody get ready.
Oh, the weather outside is
Right,
frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go,
Let it snow, let it
No.
it doesn't show signs
Take
of
it away, Jeff.
and I bought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight.
What kind of Alcoholics Anonymous meeting is this?
Fire is slowly dying, and my dear
Oh, it's better than everybody talking about killing themselves. Let us know, let us know. Da, da, da. Okay, who else? Who did we miss? Oh, go ahead, Rebecca. You're working on something. Let Vaughn Monroe play in the background. How do you like Vaughn Monroe? Isn't he kind of fun? Go ahead.
Hi, Rebecca Alcoholic. I am doing 10, 11, 12. I have to do a 10 big one that I'd like to discuss with you. I mean, maybe tomorrow.
Nice. 10 big one what?
A resentment.
You're losing me here. So let's say what now?
Sorry, a resentment that I have that I basically had forgotten in 4 and 5, but it's a big one.
Okay, so you have this big resentment and you're doing a 10th step on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so and then what's the plan?
I'd like to kind of tell someone about it to free.
Okay, you want to 5th step it.
Yeah.
All right, and so this is a resentment against a person?
Yeah, myself a lot. Myself.
Yourself.
Self, and if it involves 1 or 2 other people, but.
All right, so write it out, what it is, what you need to say.
I did,
okay,
and
you
I left it at work, and then someone also found it at work, so now I'm doubly humiliated.
So that's one of the things we always do with 4th steps and 10th steps in any writing is we keep it at home. And the other thing is we oftentimes will put it in our car, lock it in the trunk of your car. If it's on a laptop, then you have to make sure you're using security. The thing is we don't want 9th step letters, 10th steps, 4th steps found by other people.
Yeah, lesson learned.
So did you leave it on an open computer or what?
No, and I got really angry because it was my area at work, and then someone moved the files. They cleaned up the files, and I put the letter in the file, and so I got angry at the person who moved my stuff.
So you can't do that. So we have to be responsible for that.
Yep, absolutely.
Probably amend to them too.
Yep.
For the yelling.
Yep.
So did you like Vaughn Monroe or maybe not?
Yeah, I like Feed the World. That's my song.
Is that a Christmas song?
Yeah. God, is it 40 years now again?
Could be.
Yeah, Feed the World. You know, Matt.
All right, Matt, sing it then. Let's hear you sing it. What's it called?
Something about Christmas, Bob Geldof or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You mean We Are the World?
No.
It's close then. Well, sort of.
All right. Okay, forget about it. We're listening to old classics. Jeff and I like them. And obviously, Missy in Australia. Look at you. Hey, Missy, how are you? We haven't seen you. Hey, Rachel, look at this. There's another girl from where are you, Missy? Are you in Melbourne or where are you?
Yes, Melbourne.
Oh, you're in Melbourne. And Rachel, where are you? You're in Sydney.
Sydney.
Ah, hey.
Hey.
So, and Missy's part of the drone crowd. She's actually an alien, and she came to Australia and landed there. And it's really nice to have someone from outer space in the meeting. And you're sober, Missy. I'm really glad. So, how are you feeling? How's it going? Do you have 3 weeks? Are you doing okay? Glad you're here. Talking to you, Missy.
Yeah. I unraveled and thought, so I unraveled and went away to the beach to do a 4th step.
Oh, really?
And I went away for a week. I came back and I unraveled even more. So I went back for another 2 weeks. And I got back yesterday, but I have a sponsor now. I'm still hosting Friday. And I have a female sponsor, and we're going to start with step 1 because obviously step 1 is a good place to start. So, yeah.
And when you went away, did you go to some kind of was it a retreat or something, or what was it?
I just went to the beach, to an Airbnb by the beach, because I didn't want to be around people. Like my neighbours, everyone was triggering me because being sober was, I think, a bit hard. So,
Yeah. Oh, well, that's great. So you
yeah,
have 3
I just,
weeks of, that's quite a miracle for you right now, isn't it? I mean, you were having
probably,
such a hard time before. So I think it's great. I'm glad to hear.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean,
Merry
100%.
Christmas,
You've been coming to this meeting for
everyone. Hey,
almost
Maddie.
a
Hey,
year.
Jeff.
And I'm pleased to hear this because you've been coming to this meeting for almost a year. So I'm glad to see that that you actually have 3 weeks and you're back here. Um, congratulations. Well, let's go over to Rachel and ask her so Rachel, what are you working on and what are you doing? You look like you've been at the beach too. You look a lot like
I've been at the gym actually.
you look a lot like my cat. Do you
You
notice a
keep saying
resemblance?
that, yeah.
I'm sorry, but you do. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm still working through steps 10 and 11, or 11 in particular. So just really focusing on routines. And I've got my morning prayer and my night prayer. And being a bit patient with myself. I think the session with Father Terry was amazing. So I had sort of the prayer thing down pat, but I found like just using a couple of different techniques like prayer and meditation's been really helpful. And just setting aside some quiet time and also journaling's been helpful. So that's what I'm up to.
Good. Let's see. Thank you. Erin just messaged that she peed her pants. She laughed so hard and she's going to change her clothes. That's good. Thank you. We're glad to hear that. I guess so. It happens in here. I don't know. Also, Matt, would you put up a link to our podcast, please? And every meeting we record the audio on, and then we put it on YouTube, which is our podcast. And some people from here go back and listen to it. So I think the last one we put up was like Thursday or Friday, but Aaron, the guy that transcribes all of these, we'll have them all up by tomorrow. But there's 60 of them on there, and they're very good. So for those of you who, if you like listening, we edit the meetings down, so we just take the chunk that was really important and we put it up there. But you don't see any names, no pictures, no nothing. It's just the discussion of the topic, and they're pretty useful. And there it is right there. It's called it's our YouTube channel, Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop AA meeting, and there's the link to it right there. So I would recommend that you can use that for each one of your steps, and there's a cat's tail moving around over there, and Joe's in Boston. Hey Lori, so what are you working on?
I made my list and I think I told you yesterday, I made an amends that I didn't plan on because he came to make an amends to me.
Isn't that nice?
That's like a God moment for me.
Totally. Totally.
Anyway, I got to start working, making amends to the other people on my list. You're talking about writing. Are we supposed to write each person down and what we'd say?
That's right. And Matt put up a copy of an example.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, well, grab it. Do you know how to grab things? So you can use that as a model.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, and then you'll send your first one over to me. And
Okay.
JT was talking about it at length. JT, where do you go? I was trying to unmute. Just there he is. Hey JT. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, you were sending over things that you were saying to me in email, and then I would write you back on it, and you kind of made your way through each of these things, right?
Yeah, I mean, the feedback I mainly got was trim the fats, keep it
Yeah.
really concise, get right to the point.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm not sitting there, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, please forgive me. It's none of that.
I love those. I love the ones that
But you're on mute, Jan.
I muted myself. I'm like, just stop. They already know what an idiot you are. You don't have to. You don't have to tell them how terrible you were to them. They know. Okay. So, yeah, good. So we talked to Joe.
Yeah, the focus is making amends. That's, I want to make amends for what I did.
Yep.
How can
Mending the fences, bridging the gap.
Yeah.
Matt, how about you?
Hey, Mad Alcoholic. Yeah, I'm working through steps 10 through 12. Pretty much every morning, read the day, start out with the daily reflection, do the morning prayer, think about my sort of to-do list for the day, what I want to get done. And then throughout the day, I'm trying to reach out a little bit more, praying, I do use the Serenity Prayer, not quite a bit, but pretty often, more than I would have thought. And it seems to really help just, hey, accept what you can't change, and then at the end of the night, I've started sort of when I'm going to bed, thinking about from a gratitude standpoint, what the day and what I'm happy for or thankful for, and then helping out at this meeting for step 12 where I can. And that's basically it.
You know what I want?
I was going to put Johnny Mathis on, Winter Wonderland, but I don't think that's allowed.
No, you guys are enough for me.
Not this song.
Yeah,
this is almost as bad as Taylor Swift.
Because all I want for Christmas is for Christmas. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Before Christmas. We're dancing. Keep going, Missy. Don't stop. There, look at, she's dancing. That's it, girl. What for Christmas? Look at Erin go. Yeah, we're gonna play all the Christmas songs. Why the hell not?
Oh, even JT's going.
Look at that. Oh, JT's getting into it. Here we go. Come on, Rachel. We can be depressed later.
If you can get Ron from Kentucky, good luck.
He's dancing. Ooh, Ryan's got on his new, already has his new Christmas shirt on. You get that for Christmas, Ryan? How's it going?
Great. No, I've had this one for a while.
Oh, yeah. All right. So what are you working on now?
The last assignment you gave me a couple of days was just reading preface and the forewords of 1 through 4.
All right. And did we get you started writing on the first step?
What was that?
Did we get you writing? Did we start you writing?
Yeah, you told me to do like 5 takeaways.
Okay, but we haven't started you on the first step yet. So we're going to do that right now.
Okay.
If you would, Matt's going to put it up, the instructions to the first step.
Okay.
You're going to start with the last time you drank. Going to write down what you drank, when it was, who you were with, what happened, what the consequences were. It's right there in chat. So the date, when it was, last time you drank, what you drank, who you were with, what happened, what the consequences were. It could be insignificant. It doesn't have to be a major event. It could just be, and try to come up with like 10 of those.
So this isn't is there any reading that goes along with that, or
No,
just answering those
no,
prompts?
yeah, just write that out. And you've been on with us, so you were with us when we read 10. What did we read the other day? 8 and 9. Yeah, I mean, you could read the doctor's opinion, but that's the next thing to read. But also want you to get going and start writing on the first half of the first step, and then we'll get you started on the second half of the first step later.
All right.
All right, cool, man. How you doing? You're looking better than you did the first day. Starting to look sharper. You feeling better?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so do that. Yeah, start writing and do you understand how to do this? You're gonna write about 25 words or less on when it was, what I drank, who I was with, what happened, what the consequences were, and you're gonna write. Well, usually you write all the way back to the first day you drank ever in your life. Some people come up with 100 incidents. Some people come up with 20. I don't really care. The idea here is to see this is what I'm like when I pick up a drink.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Makes sense.
All right, yeah, it does. Okay, excellent. Stacy, what are you working on? How are you?
Hello, Stacy Alcoholic. I'm working on 10 and 11 still, just doing my daily grind with that.
Grind?
Grind. Yep. I'm grinding it out.
Not supposed to be a grind, but go right ahead.
No, it's not. I mean, not like that. I'm enjoying it.
Okay, good.
It's definitely brought me positive vibes. Like I'm just in a really happy place right now.
Yeah. All right, well, that's good. Good to hear. Daryl, how you doing? You're still working on getting sober. You've ordered up the books, right?
Yep. Still waiting on the Canada Post to come through.
How are you feeling now?
I've had a good day today.
Well, that's good. You're still drinking a little bit, huh?
Yes, trying to wind down. I was advised by my doctor and my pharmacist that you just cannot stop. You have to wean yourself out because of medication as well.
Was this song popular in Canada when you were a kid?
Yeah. It was. It is.
You ever been to an AA meeting where they play Christmas songs throughout the meeting?
No, I have
Nope,
not.
nope, me either. Hey, Aaron, how are you enjoying the meeting?
I'm really enjoying the meeting, but I seem to be the only one.
Yeah, okay, she's having fun. Let's talk with our old friend Jeff. Hey, Jeff in South Beach. Jeff, how are you liking the meeting today? I see you're still with us and haven't left. Well, maybe Jeff's taking a nap. Let's check back with Missy in Australia. How about you, Missy? Love the hairdo, incidentally. It's just great. How are you enjoying the meeting? Don't make fun of her if I'm not. All right. Harry Berto, ¿cómo está?
Yeah, that
How
means
are you
good, and
doing?
you?
How are you?
That means good, and you?
Hey, how are, oh, I should find, is there like a famous mariachi band Christmas song that I should play?
You could just type it on your phone, Feliz Navidad, on mariachi or with mariachi, and it should come up.
Oh, is that right? Here, I'll check it right now. Feliz Navidad mariachi. The mariachi's Feliz. There it is. His father plays in a mariachi band. Did you play in the band too?
When I was little, yeah, I did, and then all my uncles and all my cousins play in the mariachi too, and so does my brother now.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I always wanted to, but I played trumpet, but here it is. I think this is the mariachis Come on, guys. Oh my God. Is this it? We're all in bed together.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
We're multicultural in this meeting. There are people from Australia here. Look at the size of these guitars. Cool. What did you play in the band, Heriberto?
The violin. My dad plays the big one, the bass. The big
Oh, he
guitar
did.
looking thing. That's what my dad plays.
All right. So what are you working on?
Reading page 86. I'm reading daily reflections every day.
Were you here for the daily reflections readings today?
No, I was taking a shower and I ran out of time, so that's why I came late. But
Okay.
I read it though. I have it right here. I read it. I did my work. It just talked about one alcoholic putting down another alcoholic. Like if they're doing better, they try to judge somebody and knock them down or make them feel bad. They just judge them.
Is that how does that reflect on you?
I guess I could relate to it because sometimes my dad was a heavy drinker back in the day. He doesn't really drink anymore, but he would try to judge people and try to talk smack and stuff like that. And I never used to tell him anything, but I used to. Even my mom said, "Man, he doesn't realize all the stuff he did when he was drinking and the stuff he did and said and stuff like that." So
Yeah, it's tough when you have somebody in your family that's difficult. Um, so, and the other thing too is I always like to point this out for people that are new here. You started coming to this meeting when you first got sober. How many days ago? Was that 500 or 600?
well, I had 651, and then I had to start all over. So now I have like 135 or something like that.
But you haven't missed coming in like
What's
a
that?
couple of years. I said you have not missed coming to this meeting in a few
yeah.
years. He comes Thursday through Sunday off.
Yeah.
Now the rest of the other days you're at a clinic. So that's pretty impressive. I looked up that witchcraft stuff you were talking about. I sent it to you. It's a form of kind of Mexican prayer and Catholicism and whatever the hell else. Do you think it says they only use it to cast good spells. Do you think somebody casts an evil spell on you?
They do both. There's two different kinds, one to do good and one to do bad. So it depends, man. I mean, you never know. It could be over jealousy, over a man, over a woman, or whatever, over money. Yeah, they do stuff like that.
When I was drinking and before I came to AA, I could feel my mother and my grandmother and my sister praying for me and help me get sober. They were like major Catholics. So I always like to think that people will be, praying.
Yeah, but usually when people do that, I mean, sometimes they they could mess you up really bad. But when they do that to somebody, it comes back to that person even worse, like 10 times worse, even if they don't do it back to you.
Have you
It'll
been
come back
around it? Have you seen it done?
I'm not gonna say any names, but people in my family do practice that or used
Uh-huh.
to. So I mean, yeah.
Well, I think the only thing is what I found that works is I will ask God to intercede, and
Yeah.
there's a Christian prayer that goes, I learned a long time ago, which is I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, or I
Yeah,
rebuke.
because like
Let me finish.
usually
Let me
if they
finish this. Let me
okay.
finish. So it's I rebuke this in the name of Jesus, or I rebuke this uh this spell in the name of Christ, or I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. Some people in AA have had profound experiences with evil spirits getting into their life, whether other people put them there or not. But alcoholics are open to all sorts of spiritual mischief. Alcohol and drugs they just open up all the channels to certain things that are bad. So sometimes we have to pray for protection. Like you
Yeah,
can,
for some reason, like it could be a man doing it, but for some reason, it's always a lady that they
well,
go
you can
to.
listen, you can pray yourself for protection. So so why don't you start doing that? Ask
Okay,
God to protect you from any possible spells.
okay,
Just do it. All right.
all right.
Let's go to Sam. Sam, you got any thoughts on that? You're a Christian, right?
I do believe in God, yes. Yeah, prayer is very important. It doesn't have to be a specific God. Obviously, we speak highly of a higher power. That higher power can be any entity that is beyond you, any entity that you are willing to surrender your own consciousness to. Because in the end, there are things in this life and this entire universe that will impact us whether we like it or not.
All right,
Sometimes they're good. That
stop right there for a second. Where's JT? Is he still here? Or do you leave? There he is. What about you, JT? I had to fight off evil spirits when I got sober. You talk to any crack addict, cocaine addict, alcoholic, and they'll tell you that there are spirits involved in certain drugs and alcohol that jump right into our soul.
I have to say, based on my own experience, I definitely agree with that. One time I accidentally swallowed 3 grams of Coke, and I definitely went into another dimension and was seeing some spiritual stuff that wasn't my imagination. It like opened some window or something,
Yeah.
scared the living hell. And actually, when I got sober, I had this weird dream where I looked up and I could see these little worm demon things like looking at me, and they were sort of upset, like, oh shit, he's getting sober.
Right.
But I think they're still inside me. That's what this work is about. That whatever that alcohol is a cunning foe, spiritus contra spiritum. That's what
They really were talking about this early on. I mean, I did quite a bit of work to clear my spiritual realm out. I just couldn't go. I couldn't keep going on with, dubious spiritual things happening in my life.
I just Googled, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. It's like you
Yep.
have to command the demon to do something, and in Jesus' name makes perfect sense to me, or whatever your higher power is, to keep it politically.
Somebody taught that to me early on. So I just I felt, I was like, I had what they called, and a lot of us have it, alcoholic psychosis. So you do enough drugs and enough alcohol, you're going to be crazy, and spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Let's ask Jeff. How about you, Jeff?
Jeff, alcoholic. Yeah. Well, don't forget, when we get sober, it's the first time I think we really come to grips with and believe in and want to embrace a higher power, because all the restrictions are taken away from us. You can reach out and touch, so to speak. So we're vulnerable, and we have to be on guard that as we go forward against our own nonsense. Because again, we have that bridge at the same time we have the insanity of alcoholism. So I guess we learn to keep it all in check. And
I used to think I used to think that UFOs were trying to communicate with me. And so, I mean, I had talked to somebody who said, well, you're going to have to say no to those things. Whatever was going on in my brain, you know, I had to say, no, don't try to contact me, leave me alone. I had to say that and finally I just calmed down. And I'm, as you can tell, I'm obviously you know, pretty much a normal person. You know what I like about Erin is she's such a trap. Look at Missy. She's cracking up. Yeah, what kind of guy comes to chairs an AA meeting, has a cat that's not real, plays a lot of Christmas music, and I love it.
Yeah, I just got calmed down from I've been laughing literally the whole time.
Okay. I'm sorry. You and Rachel. Rachel's going crazy over there too. It's the Australian girls. Okay, let's talk with Sexton, 22 days sober. How are you doing? How do you like today's meeting? Any good?
Hello. I'm doing decently well. I got a sponsor this last week, so I'm meeting with him like after this meeting to kind of work through the steps and kind of work
Here's
through
the
things.
story on this, okay? See how you like it. If you like this meeting, our recommendation is come here for 5 days and we'll put you to work. This is a class, it's AA 101. It's AA University. Karen in Connecticut. Hey, Karen, how are you doing? You're working on day 1. How are you doing? How are you liking today's meeting?
Yeah, I like it. I've never been to a meeting like this in my life.
Yeah, that's what happens to you when you get 47 years sober. You get older, you start to lose your mind, you start coming apart.
I do believe in I do believe there's a demonic component to alcoholism.
What kind of component?
Demonic.
Demonic. Well, I think you're pretty much right. They did too in AA, but they didn't want to go religious too much. But you know, anybody that tries to recover from this shit, you know, well, we end up with some kind of spiritual awakening, right?
Yeah, it's not, I don't think it's so much religious as it is realistic.
Well, listen, here's the deal. Come here for 5 days and see how you like us. And then we'll let's see here. Daryl, Sexton, Stacy, Sam, Lori. It's like the Mickey Mouse Club in here. we just need Annette. No. Oh my God. Who did I not call on? Matt. Is Matt still here or did he bail? He must have left. He's like
You had to leave.
Oh, did he? Okay. So did I get everybody? Scott, 12 days. How you doing, Scott? Where are you? Unmute Scott, would you please? Hey, Scott, how's it going? Hit that unmute button. Okay. So how are you liking today's meeting? Is it letting you unmute?
I like it.
All right.
I like it. I'm 12 days.
Good for you. Where are you? Oh, you're in Colorado here. Okay. Well, here's the deal. If you think you might like this meeting, we get to work in here. But come for 5 days and then we'll put you to work. Everybody that's in here has done that very same thing. Okay.
I'm working on Bill's story right now. Went through Bill's story, and pretty interesting how his friend shows up, and an old friend shows up and he's got some religion. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, he kind of hand delivers the AA program to. Where are you in Colorado?
Highlands Ranch, south side of Denver.
Oh, that's right. You said the Highlands Ranch. Okay. So 5 days in a row if you think you're going to like this meeting. Bobby, there you are. So 2 days sober. How are you liking today's meeting, Bobby?
Yeah,
Different, huh?
I'm totally new. Yeah, so I really did
Are you
not know
told
what to
you've never
expect.
been to AA before? Well, this is quite the introduction. If you go to another meeting and say, hey, I went to this meeting and they were singing Christmas songs and they had stuffed cats, they'll be like, what the hell kind of meeting was that? No, I've never heard of anything like that. Okay, so you're welcome to come. Come for 5 days in a row, same bat time, same bat channel, and we'll give you some reading and writing assignments, all of that. And then who wants to read the promises here? Let's see. Hey, Jeff, you got the promises? You want to read them?
Yeah, page 83, Jeff Alcoholic. Let me go back here.
Put those promises up, Sam.
Yep. Here we go. Page 83, Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, Jeff Alcoholic. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we'll be amazed before we are halfway through. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity, and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them. Thank you for letting me read that.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. Here comes the serenity prayer. It goes like this. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And the meeting is officially over. If anybody has any questions or comments about tonight's meeting, you can ask away, especially this meeting or or AA, especially if you're new. So I think he was high on drugs when he sang this. Elvis. Boom, boom.